sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. A moment ago, the pride of Massachusetts, the Patriots, introduced to this, as always, sold-out crowd as they get set to go head-to-head with the Buffalo Bills. Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
They'll run it here. This is James White, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Now Jones. And he'll let this go deep for Bourne. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Throwing Jones. He's got it to James White. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. These two teams, you may recall, they didn't play each other till late in the year. Their first meeting was not too long ago, back in Week 13. This, the second meeting between these two division rivals. You might recall they met earlier in the year. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Flush to his right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown. Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play, and making a bad throw. Turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
From the 10. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. New England with a first down as they begin the drive.
The drive starts with a run by White, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped, but what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, and ends up spilling it for a loss.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Off the play fake. Jones out to his left. And a dump off to White. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On third down, Jones. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. The completion there by Mac Jones. And Charles, what do you think this defense needs to do to slow down this young rookie from Alabama?
Well, as usual with a rookie, pass rush is big. Put some pressure on him and see if he can handle things in the pocket. But the other one is your defensive backs, linebackers who are covering people, they need to be on the spot because he's extremely accurate with the ball. He doesn't miss very many throws downfield, puts it right on his receivers. You have to be there to stop them at the point of the catch.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Pass incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who could make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Off play action. Jones being chased out left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw again. Open man here, the tight end Henry. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
First down, here's White. And he'll take this one down to the 36.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And this is caught inside the 5. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
They'll run. This is White. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. They'll try and run it in with White. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4 down territory.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Kendrick Bourne with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying this one up. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have, and you absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the 2nd drive. They've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Allen off the play fake. Allen hit. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. These two teams all tied after one. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Following the fumble recovery, Jones. He's going to wind up and air it out. And this is going to be intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Allen's throw going to be caught by McKenzie. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. On play action, Allen. Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
To try again after the sack. Allen uncorks one for Davis. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. On play action, Allen. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Kyle Van Noy gets him there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Jones. Forced out to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
New England on third down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. Complete. It's Henry. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. The Patriots send out their punter. Isaiah McKenzie is back deep for the Bills. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some anger. And now off to the races, down the right side. Past the 20. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. So there, Charles, I mean, a situation where it didn't matter how far he had to run, he was not going to be denied, and he winds up taking this all the way to the end zone.
And this is a play defensively where you're just looking around and saying, what was that? What just happened? You're looking at your teammates, they're looking at you. And let's face it, your defensive coordinator, he's not going to tip his cap to him. That's not how football works, but he probably should have after that run. That was absolutely sensational.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Johnson now returning. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players.
Oh, and Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a first down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now a give to Breida. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a give coming right is Breida. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 93 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Breida, he'll try the right side. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. He will push his way down to about the 14. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. To the air, Allen. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
The kick by Bass is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
Here comes Johnson on the return. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they'll take over with just 18 ticks remaining. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Bills taking the lead to the locker room. As we get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Our 2 teams making their final preparations for the 2nd half. And as they do, we send it back out to Foxborough, where we rejoin Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the 2nd half is underway. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the 2nd half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, Coach. We can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
104 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Patriots 37-yard line.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Sliding out of the pocket. Works right side into the hands of the tight end, Knox. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
I like the design of that play, or shall I say the way it ended up. Quarterback ends up to the right side. He gets outside of the pocket. How about the tight end staying in his sight line and getting to that same part of the field, and they find each other for the completion.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's McKenzie. And he is going to have a Bills first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Allen. Rolling to his right. And that is caught. It's Davis. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That one goes for 30 yards. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the 3rd quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
Breida. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game right now.
And they'll run again. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Matt Breida with touchdown number 15 of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the 2nd half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From the 10. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They begin the drive on the ground. It's White. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
2nd down and 3. Opting to run again here with White, and he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one, and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
They'll run on first down. White. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Jones. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 22 yards there, a first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They go with White on the counter. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
On second down, they go back to White again. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Back to throw. Jones. Dancing to his left. And that will be incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as they'll go for it on fourth down. Open man, the tight end, Henry. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Not often do fourth down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. First down. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. Touchdown, Patriots. Jacoby Myers, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Patriots are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. Pass complete here to Sanders. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. On first down, here's Breida. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Allen, he'll buy some time right. And bringing it in, it's Davis. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That goes for a gain of 31. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. 114 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do. Late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And it looks like he's going to be stopped short of the first down by about a yard. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1. Sean McDermott didn't hesitate. They'll go for it on 4th. Allen will look to throw for it on 4th. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Gabriel Davis, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bills look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Returning it, Johnson. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. And he'll just get rid of it. Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player in the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Looking to throw. Jones. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Jones throwing on 1st down. He'll get that out to the flat to White. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 44-yard line.
From the 44, Jones. It's complete. James White. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. He's going to look downfield for Henry, and that is incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, Jones. This one to Bourne, and he's got it. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 17 yards on the play as they try to eat into this 17-point deficit.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Steps away to his left. He's got the first down inside the 10, and he gets it all the way down to the 3. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Again, he'll drop to throw. Buying time to his left. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Snags it for the pick. Oh, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger. And dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Bills, it's a big win here as they move to 11-4 now on the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for New England, they fall under 500 now as they Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis, ready for this Madden Ultimate Team matchup as you get a peek at some of the big players in today's game. And you're a big player in today's game as well. Let's get the party started.
Tyler Bass about ready to get us going.
And we are underway from the Superdome.
A short kick taken at the 18. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.